My name is Sami and I am 23 years old. I'm living in Munich, in Germany. I have traveled a long way from Syria to get here. Before the war, I was a student at university as an architecture. I lived in the war for 4 years. Sometimes it's strange to be here. I look around and I find people are living normal. They are walking around, searching for entertainment. But when I close my eyes, what I see is bombs, people dead in the street, and blood is everywhere. Destruction. The bombings and the rocket was everywhere. So for me, and we never used to this kind of stuff, and we never left the house for 1 month or 2 months, I can't remember exactly, but we just get out for buying our food and get into the house super fast because there's noises everywhere. They were shooting around, there's bombings, there are rockets. The first few weeks in the war in Aleppo, there's 3-4 tanks in the street behind my building. Each day in the morning at 6 p.m. or sometimes at 4, sometimes at 5. So they always put 3 tanks, big huge tanks, and they start shooting at the faraway neighborhoods. For me, it was the first time I heard a tank shot. So the first time I actually peed myself. If I was outside of the house and there's a bombing or there's a rocket, my mother always tried to call me and try to look at me if I am okay or not. So I do the same thing for me. If I was outside and I thought this missile hit my house. So yeah, it's was each day when I go back from the house, I don't know what's going on, if anybody's hurting or not. Each day I went out from the house, I don't know if I'm coming back. I don't know if this is the last time I'm gonna see my family or this is the last time my family gonna see me. And the same thing, if I went to sleep, I don't know if I'm gonna wake up because the missile can get to your house and can to hit you when you are sleeping. There's no safe place. One time we were sitting in the house and then there's a missile hit our building, but it was in the first floor. So we ran to see what's happened, what's going on, if anybody hurt or not. So we heard one screaming of one of my neighbors. She was freaking out and she was so scared and she doesn't know what happened. So we know in this house there's 2 sisters. One of them is okay, and we went to see the other one, and she was in her room, and when we tried to open her room, we just found there's a bed and blood everywhere, and her legs just the one are existed, and her upper body is around the walls. When I get into that room, the first thing I never forgot, and I will never ever forget, is the smell of the burning flesh mixed with the powder of the bombings. So it was horrible smell, and there's nothing we can do because it's only legs. Right now in Aleppo, the usual life is every day you wake up, there is no water, there is no electricity. You need to find the water from the wells. And one day I was in those wells and I have 2 buckets of water and I finished, and it was crowded. I heard there's a strong sound and a force pushing me off. And in the first few seconds I cannot hear anything. I just saw like I'm in the ground and I can't hear anything, and there's like a lot of fog. So then after a couple of minutes I realized in that well a rocket hit it. So in that well there was like a lot of children's, old people, everybody was there. And when I start to hearing, I only heard like the first thing I heard was like crying and screaming for everybody was over there. I check it out and it was like 20 people are dead. Most of them they are not existed because the muscle just vanquished them. So there's nothing of them anymore. And I saw one mom of the children wasn't there. She was running and crying and screaming at her children. And when I looked left and right, I saw a small boy actually. He was on his mother's body and she was dying. Her arms not exist anymore, and I think she's dead, but I wasn't there to complete that story, because when I see this I ran away, because it's my first time I saw all of this, the blood, the human corpse everywhere. So a little baby crying under his mother, tell her to wake up. So I ran away from that moment, and I went to the house and was my mother crying to me. I told her, no, don't worry about it, I'm okay, it's nothing happened for me, just a lot of people died that day. So in one day it was raining like rockets, not rain, rockets rain, it's always raining. So we spent in the house 3 days. We cannot move because the rocket, the missiles, the shooting, there's non-stop for 3 days. So when they stopped for a couple of hours, we ran from our house to my grandfather's house. And my grandfather's house is like in the middle of Aleppo, and the situation in Aleppo was like, it's impossible to live in it, because every day is more destruction, more horrible things to do. Each day there's something new. So at that point we decided it's over for us, and we need to get out from Aleppo. I went to Damascus. I thought like there's a safe place in Damascus because it's the capital, but no, there is no safe place in Damascus and everywhere in Syria. So we decided to go off our life outside of Syria. Then we went to Lebanon, and from Lebanon to Turkey, and from Turkey to Greece. I never imagined I will live in a tent, and there's rain outside, there is not much food. And then we decided to go by walking from Greece to here, and we did. After 3-4 years in war, you will not feel anything, because each day is somebody gonna die. So if we heard anybody like he died, the first thing we ask how he died. And if he said, yeah, it's normal death, it's like normal one, he was like lying in his bed and he's dead, we always said, oh, lucky him, he's not like shredded or lost his arm or his leg, or he's not existed, like he's in small pieces. So for us, like, who died normal death, he was so lucky. So in war, not just a soldier are dying, their children's, parents, mothers, grandfathers, cats, they are dying everywhere. And for what?